When people reach retirement age, something surprising happens. The population splits in two. Half of retirees actually keep getting happier as they age, while the other half declines emotionally, mentally, and physically. This isn't a guess. It's based on over 90 years of scientific data from the longest-running study on human happiness ever conducted at Harvard University. So the real question isn't, will I retire? It's which side of that split will I end up on? Today, I'm going to share 8 research-backed habits that separate retirees who thrive from those who struggle, and what you can start doing now, no matter your age. This research comes from the Harvard Study of Adult Development, which followed the same people from their teenage years all the way into old age. Dr. George Valent, who led much of the research, summed it up simply. And more recently, Arthur Brooks, now a professor at Harvard Business School, has expanded on these findings. And after working with hundreds of pre-retirees and retirees, I can tell you this. It's never too late to start these habits, but it's also never too early. I'll break them into 3 fulfillment habits and 4 foundational habits. Then I'll share one powerful habit Arthur Brooks added later that may be the most important of all. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Practice active coping. Here's the truth most people don't expect. Older adults don't have fewer problems. They have better coping skills. Life is hard at every age, but aging brings real challenges, health issues, loss of loved ones, and identity changes after retirement. The study found that happy retirees all had one thing in common. They were skilled at coping. Some used therapy, others meditated, some prayed, others journaled. The key word is skilled. They practiced consistently. One simple method you can start today. At the end of each day, write down 3 small wins. They don't need to be big. Maybe you enjoyed your morning coffee or felt the breeze while sitting outside. Small moments, noticed daily, add up to resilience. Habit 2. Keep learning. This one is wildly underestimated. The research is clear. People who stop learning in early adulthood are far more likely to fall into the sad and sick category later in life. Why? Because interest is a basic positive emotion. We're wired to feel good when we learn. And here's the exciting part, especially for people over 55. You have access to learning opportunities your parents never dreamed of. YouTube, online courses, audiobooks, podcasts. I've seen retirees pick up interests they never had time for before, not to impress anyone, but because it makes them feel alive again. Habit 3. Prioritize love relationships. When Dr. Valent was asked to summarize 90 years of research in just a few words, he said, "Happiness is love, full stop." You will not be in the happy category at 70, 80, or 90 without real love relationships. The research shows you need one of 2 things: a stable, happy, long-term marriage or deep, meaningful friendships. Ideally both, but at least one. Arthur Brooks describes the difference between deal friends and real friends. Deal friends are transactional. Real friends love you for who you are, not what you provide. Those relationships are non-negotiable for a happy retirement. Before we continue, if this video is helpful so far, tap the like button and let me know in the comments which habit you're strongest in or which one you want to work on. Now, let's talk about the foundations. Habit 4. Don't smoke. This one's straightforward. Lifelong smokers have about a 70% chance of dying from smoking-related illness. But more importantly, smoking doesn't just shorten life, it destroys quality of life. Retirement isn't about lifespan, it's about health span, how many years you can actually enjoy. Habit 5. Be intentional with substances. This is especially relevant for the 55-plus generation. Many grew up being told a few drinks were good for you. the latest research shows otherwise. Happy retirees weren't necessarily abstinent, but they were intentional. They asked, is this enhancing my life, or am I using it to escape it? I've seen retirees notice alcohol creeping earlier into the day, especially during periods of boredom. Awareness makes all the difference. Habit 6. Maintain a stable, healthy diet. This isn't about looking 30 again. The happiest older adults didn't yo-yo diet. They simply maintained a stable, healthy weight over time. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Habit 7. Prioritize movement. Good news, you don't need intense workouts. The research shows something incredibly simple works best: walking. No gym, no equipment. One of my favorite clients walks 30 minutes each morning, using it as thinking time, prayer time, and a gentle transition into the day. Movement becomes the foundation that supports everything else. The final and most powerful habit. Develop a spiritual or philosophical North Star. Arthur Brooks added this one later, and in my experience, it may be the most crucial. Retirement often triggers an identity crisis. For decades, you were defined by your work. Then suddenly, it's gone. The retirees who truly thrive all have something bigger than themselves. For some, it's religious faith. For others, it's philosophy, service, legacy, or contribution. The question is simple but powerful. What makes life worth living beyond my own comfort? That answer becomes your anchor during health challenges, loss, and uncertainty. Retirement connection. Most retirement planning focuses on money, and yes, that matters. But if you're financially secure and still fall into the sad and sick category at 75, that's not a good retirement. These 8 habits are your insurance policy for a retirement that isn't just long, but deeply fulfilling. I've seen too many people save diligently for decades, only to realize they neglected everything else. Don't let that be you. If this video helped you, click like so I know. Tell me in the comments which habit resonated most with you. And if you want to go deeper into retirement planning that goes beyond just money, check out the videos on screen now. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.